now we're going to check out Ixion. Second time for me. First time I looked at it was the demo. It's gonna get 1 hour maximum. I'm sure it's gonna be good fun. Here we go. The Dolos AEC European Spaceport in Norway, July 13th, 2049. That's not so far away.
Clearance for shuttle launch.
Shuttle launch.
Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clear procedures. Check. Guidance go.
EA algorithm online.
Batista safety protocol. Check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
You never know.
Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
This thing is not working. Let me quickly fix that. Oh yeah, I know what I did. I did limit the frame rate, right? Let's do it like this instead. Oh, that's not good, right? Functioning railway. Sorry. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was reducing the volumes here. What was too loud? The music was too loud. Still is. It might just be that it's the video. Anyway. It's a cool intro. I like it. It's so big. Yeah. As soon as a game does proper scale in space, it's always thinking, I can homework, right?
Welcome on board, passengers.
Oh, come on board. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Shuttle EMV Charon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized.
Ooh.
Munchie decontamination protocol online.
Munchies.
Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tycoon, property of Dolos Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tycoon.
Cool. Now, before time passes by and we get talked to more, I want to check out the user interface. And I'm going to move up there because everything else is covered by said user interface. Shantytown, our work is done. Next, they need vanishing tools. So we have the station here. Sector 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Power, something we don't know about. Sector 1 has 85 peeps. They all workers. Conditions are optimal currently. There's no worker on strike. They're happy. The almighty Dolos buff. Also the hull integrity is above 25%. This is good. 14 hour. Water. Construction internal, tech tree, data listening, system policies, resource management, population management, fleet management, the meal cycle, okay, breakfast, Tycoon interior, Tycoon exterior. Yeah. There we are. Even though we're paused, we still have a movement here. That's good. You can see Earth. Planetary system map. It's a familiar place. The gravitational impact of the sun is being visualized. Interesting. So the gravitational well of the sun is also being visualized. That makes it much harder to see the individual gravitational pulls of the smaller things, but in comparison to what the sun does, obviously minor stuff. Saturn. Earlier we were here. Nice. Yeah, indeed. So we go back to the interior view and see what we can see during pause. This is supply, small, medium, large. It's a pile of materials. It's alloy, all of it? Oh, it's different. This is polymer. So alloy, polymer, foodstuffs. Not too many foodstuffs. Not connected to an active stockpile assigned to alloy. We can harvest these, but we need a stockpile first. This is as far as we can zoom in. Up here we have resource toggle. You can toggle it off and then hold Alt to see what's what, but I'm going to toggle it on for now. Got iron, alloy, carbon, polymers, and then we've got silicon, electronics, and you see carbon is converted to polymer, right? You see the conversion plan here. The supply sources, the consumption, or the consumers, I should say. And then we've got hydrogen, waste, ice, food, cryonic pods, and science. And there's again our maximum population. Build a workshop is our current task, and we can check out the tutorials here. We did this, that's also on the F keys. We did this, that's standard. Resources are required to construct stuff. Buildings need power. They can be deactivated. A number of buildings. Activating buildings increase the required number of workers. Yes. Having enough workers also is essential for safety. Alright, the game is also barbecuing my graphics card. Well enough. So if we overwork the people, it gets unsafe. There's a mini map. that has battery. The inner section is the battery charge. Okay. Cool. Yes. Unlocking new sectors increases the structural demands on the Tycoon, raising its overall fragility and thus resulting in a higher hull depletion rate. Right? Yes. Deal with extra food and whatnot. Each sector has a constructible area of 1,680 tiles. It can be accessed by panning the camera left or right, or by directly clicking on the mini-map located bottom left corner. Okay. It can be rotated. Buildings can be placed down as long as they do not overlap another building or road. They can be dismantled. It will refund its alloy and electronics cost, not anything else. Roads can be built and destroyed. Cost no resources. Just take a little time. Max transporters. It's a good one. I can't even complain yet. Alpha? What's alpha? Yeah, so we can toggle the speeds. Yeah, it does start well. I haven't let the AI talk longer, but let that for a second, but right, this would be where we access the next train station.
In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tycoon's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Now, there's a workshop, and we also want a stockpile. And we could turn that around like this. And then we can build a road. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. I remember that from the demo.
I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead. Marduk Council member Giovanni Battista. So.
And let me just casually munch a bit here. We're gonna stockpile everything we have. Oh, single resource. Oh, okay. Well, let's start with the construction materials. That's fine.
Let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tycoon, meeting the environment.
Now, I'd put Ixion last because that way the others don't have to compete with it. If I had put Ixion first, I would have stopped playing all the other games after 5 minutes, even though I'm fully aware that they're all in early access. There is just a limit to how much my brain can take in terms of quality drop. Both the new cycle as well as the game with the very long title, The Pioneers Survive in Desolation, where you are crashing on Io, they both have vast potential to be really, really good games, but they are both very far away from that stage at the moment. I can see potential for those. Definitely can. Pioneers Surviving Desolation, this is a short title that's easy to remember. Nobody will ever forget about it. Astro Colony is a bit of a fiddly thing. I didn't actually mind it too much, but it was lacking so much polish. But I think I could get into that easier than I can get into Satisfactory. Because of the whole space thing. But it was pretty similar. Although they did take some shortcuts which make building easier. At least from what I could see. Right. So the other games weren't bad as such, but they were very early access, all of them. They were prototypes, alpha stage. Although New Cycle looked like it tried to be in a later stage of development, but it actually wasn't. So I'm gonna guess that each of those games needs at least a year. In some cases more than to get somewhere. But they are all worth putting on the follow list at least, so that you get the news when they level up, so to speak. Yeah. But let's have a look at Ixion now.
Mental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations.
Yeah, I understood that I understood this from the user
You will
interface.
then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri.
Ooh.
Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tycoon's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tycoon following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tycoon. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tycoon back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
Yeah, that's how he sounds. There's an opportunity there. We can do whatever we want. We could try to turn people into cake. Ah, consider that. Now we have connected all the stockpiles we want to connect. Yeah, let's see. A docking bay. Ah. We're gonna do this all efficient like. I think that covers everything we can gather at the moment. Food, alloy, polymers. And then we'll see about the rest. Yeah, that seems like opportunity to him, huh? Trust in the administrator. Yeah, okay. According to client predictive modeling, reaching 0% will result in mutiny. Okay. Oh, the little frog lifts, they are awesome. Right, I'm gonna stay on slow speed for a bit. Click on the alloy icon above a supply to collect the resources. Right, let's start to connect this and that. We can store 100 units. we can make space here first. And also probably reorganize the road. So I'm gonna do this by quadrants, right? Up here, up here. Otherwise I'm gonna get fuzzy and build everything everywhere, and then the roads are not efficient and we have very limited space. Like this road here, I'm not sure if we need that, but I'm not sure if we can deconstruct it either. We can. Ah, we can delete people like that. Yeah, okay. It looks as cool as I remember. With all they did a good job on the floor, and the lighting is much better. The demo looked a bit dire and gray and not very awesome. Gonna get rid of these tiny ones here.
Administrator, I have established a connection with Dolus's lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
Oh, cool.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tycoon, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos's lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of wool jumping. Whilst there's a correlation between
Nice that they do the transition to the outside with a change to the voice. Ah, it's such a tiny detail, right? But stuff like that.
prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia. He believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Already wasted space here.
A new request awaits your attention.
Already wasted space. Alright. Requests. A DLS event. Yeah. Don't promise stuff you can't do. I get it. Yeah, we had that covered. Storage, supplies. You can harvest, transporters. Inter. Okay, intersector transportation is a different color. That's cool. That reminds me, there are not many games that work with sector division in a good way. I saw it on Timberborn, where you could decide to create another part of the city with its own closed logistics system, and then you build like a transition building where between the sectors resources get changed. That would be the only way to make an efficient logistics system, and Timberborn is really, really, really good at that, even though it's a beaver game, of all things. But it's really good at that. Also multi-level building, so I guess the next builder I'm gonna play is actually Timberborn as soon as it's done. I think it's still in early access. But that is the best builder I could now come up with from the top of my head. That is nearly finished, right? So, seeing this leaves me hopeful, because we have all these sectors in the station, right? There's an event available here. Obviously, also inspired by Frostpunk with the timer and then the event and the outcome and so on, but they didn't copy. They didn't copy it. That was so weird on that other game. Jesus. Administrator, Tycoon crew members are currently unable to access food supplies. Oh no! Neocon protocols direct the construction of a mess hall. This building is designed to distribute food from our stockpiles to the crew. Guaranteeing access to food supplies would reaffirm your competency as an administrator. Ensure access. DLS. New objective, communal dining. Right, now we're gonna place a mess hall. Food storage, mess hall. Don't make a mess. Ooh. How big is that? Oh, that's also big. Yeah, I put this stockpile in a bad place, so as soon as that's empty, I'm gonna move that. But yeah, this is not ideal what I did there. So I could have. Oh no, that doesn't squeeze in there. I see how this is going. I'm gonna be reconstructing lots of things. I think I need access to the hole somewhere up here for the dock. Yeah. And just take it as inefficient placement number 1. Okay, I'm gonna unpause, let it roll for a bit. Make the mess hall the high priority, and then we're good. Right, meanwhile, I'm thinking if there's a grid view. I mean, there's a grid view when I place something, right? See, that needs so much space. Oh, it only goes into the middle. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So my plan was good to make space for the space dock first. I think that was nice. $55 homeless. They're gonna be loving that. Now we're building the road. And now we're building the mess hall. See, they got potted plants in space and a trash bin. I'm spoiling them. Sorry. I really should get a mute button somewhere. Oh, I have one. Okay. Sorry. Next time you don't get the coughing. Yeah, that's gone, isn't it? Yep, that's gone. Okay, so we're gonna delete these. And then we actually wait for the tutorial to tell us what to do. So I wasted, how many spaces there? 7. Uh-oh, that's gonna cost me.
Administrator, I have have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
Bonjour, Administrator. What a wonderful day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I'm Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabe, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtangites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabe will provide us with a source of food whilst carrying out the Tycoon's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tycoon, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our success.
He's very French.
Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
Okay, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern. Sure. That's what? Now, science ships allow you to interact with events on the planetary system map. Click on points of interest. Science ships can be built from the docking bay. They collect science points. That's why they're science ships. Losing a ship. Team member will make the resolution of events slower and starting new events impossible. In such cases, science ships must be sent back to replenish their crew. I get it. Now, we're feeding 100 crew members in the mess hall, and we're also constructing a docking bay. Docking bay? Is that a docking bay? That is a docking bay. We already have a docking bay. See, I was afraid I needed to get that much space. You stop. Obviously, we did dock somewhere. He did say cargo ship. Gonna cost us 10. And then another 10, so I can remove this stockpile and rebuild it elsewhere. Yeah, we're gonna get the 10 alloy back as well. Unless we don't have space for it. So for the time being... how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna build 2 more stockpiles. And then I'm going to remove this because we need to use this space differently. One is another one for alloy. And the other one is going to be for the parts. Polymers, not parts. And we can dismantle this one. There is another event. How does the timer work? It's emptying out. It's going against... They are lacking quarters. And sure, all crew are quartered within 12 cycles. Sure. We can do that. Yeah, right? What are they moaning about? The one thing I haven't really watched is power. There's so much, and it's space floor. Let's do it like this for now. No. Not close to Anno at all. In my mind, at least. Workers and non-workers. Sorry. That's why I have the button. People need food, with meal cycles occurring every 5 cycles. If they are not provided with food at this time, they will begin to starve. They will only recover as soon as they eat as many meals as they miss. That's very specific. Yeah, make sure everybody has a home. We are working on it. Workers, non-workers. I see the homeless number here, 54. That's 30. And 60. So that's going to be enough for what we have at the moment. And there's the timer for the quarters. Right, now the cargo ship is being built. Right, and the workshop has only 1 mech as far as I can see. So too many building tasks could severely limit what I'm doing. So now we got only a few more heaps to be put into home. Oh, did I miscount? Oh no, this is still counting as under construction. I see. Hey, cargo ship's ready. Level 82 in the Gallo Tower. Ooh. Oh, the good thing about timers in this game is that they are working differently from the regular bad timers. In order to retrieve resources for the Tycoon, you will need a fleet. Your fleet is composed of cargo ships that transport resources and mining ships that extract. Extract? Carry. You can assign a mining ship to extract any number by left-clicking on. Clicking multiple times will cycle through the priority levels. Alright. Any number of resources with varying priority choices. Why is this still blinking? Okay. Yeah, okay. Good. We can make some more room. We've got room for these two. Now, the Hermes can carry any of this, but we surely need to check first. The Ashtangites, that's what they said. Resources to collect, 12. So we're going to send our right, not our ship. We collect food. Now we go back to our inner. Oh yeah, okay, so this will work out. There were going to be 15 peeps in here, and we did fulfill our promise to the people. We haven't fed. 9 food is required to feed all 84 crew members in the sector. A meal is served every 5 cycles. And then 1 mess hall is enough. Monkey. Construct a shine ship. And 25 polymer, okay. And expensive. Okay, fair enough. That's alright. Collect that. Alright, you also see where they distribute it. That's kind of cool. That way you can analyze some pathing. Now the trust in us is growing. In mini steps. Now we've got a science ship. And we also already saw there's a thing we can check out. Mars and the Moon and Saturn all have something to tell us. See, and here I'm very fine with the speed. It's not like it's going super slow, but it's going fast enough that I can see progress. Meanwhile, it's not skipping anything when I look at something for half a second. Yeah. Oh, because we are in this. That's the outside view, right? So the floor you see here is this. Yeah. We are in a donut in space. In Earth orbit currently. Welcome in, Emery. Good to see you. It's a good, yeah, it's a good looking game also. Now, is the science ship done yet? It's not done yet. Yeah, we can pick that up. We can put all of that, nearly all of that, into storage. Cool. Meanwhile, I can check what else we could build. Infirmary. The big factory that needs 12 power. We've got only 21 power left, right? So, infirmary is 3. That's 15. We will be building those in the tutorial as well. Yeah, that was the demo. That was the demo. That's why I'm checking it out again. That was last year in February, I think. And it looks much better now. And it has no issues left. As far as I can tell. Because when I looked at the demo, it had user interface issues. There were some sound issues. And graphics and lighting issues. So that's all been taken care of, I'm pretty sure. So, resolve the moon event. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational and could be used to restore power. Okay, we're gonna do fleet management, or I can click on the science ship. And fly to the moon. Now, the science ship is being launched through the Earth into the moon. It looks a bit cute. Yeah, I guess that could have been avoided.
The science ship has arrived at its destination.
Yes. Okay, the base is out of commission and so on and so forth. We've reached the UN base. It is abandoned and depressurized. The surveillance system is still operational, awaiting orders. Now, we could dismantle the base to get resources. Or we could hack it and retrieve confidential data. Ooh. You can't mine data, right? Resources you can mine and trade for. So we're gonna get the confidential information. The corporation will love that, I'm sure. Yeah, the supply ship's empty. So I'm gonna ground the cargo ship. That's gonna take another half cycle. Busted. Notifications. Yeah, they are idle. Let's see. We can't get anything from Earth. Or Mercury, for that matter. Avoid it. Yeah, let's see what happens now. Top secret, yeah. We'll see. Probably recipes for pasta or something. I was about to say where are the other peeps, but they're in space. Fair enough. Does that actually display here? Yes. So when they return from space, I'm gonna need living space for them again, right? So you have to check out your total population when you plan for housing, and not you're currently in the station. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. We hacked into the main computer. Okay, we got 10 science. Dismantle the base. We can. We can. It was not either or in that case, but that wasn't really... It's not like the game told us. It was trying logic, I guess. Bum, bum, bum. Right, what's this? There are no active health buildings. Health buildings! So, people live here, so they can access the infirmary. That's okay. I'm gonna get rid of that supply because it's in the way. And I can also get rid of this road. Ta-da. Yes, I think that's pretty cool, and it's something you might not initially pick up on unless you do what I just did. I'm not sure if the game will tell you or not, or if I skip that particular tutorial. You can instruct them how to proceed. No, they don't really tell you directly. But it's, well, we did find out now. That's good. Doggy gotta pee. Take care, Deviate. Yeah, you should keep it on your wish list for sure. And as soon as you have time to play it, pick it up on sale. I think it's great. Now, we have a science ship waiting, right? Oh no, they're still doing, but we have a transport ship waiting. So if we would need the resources, now we could dismantle it. Here. But do we get polymers back? Let's see. It says destroyed. It doesn't say specifically that they act as the building, so we don't know if we get the resources back. I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I guess they assume that you handle ships like buildings from the tutorial, but it wasn't 100% clear. Oh yeah, but here is visible. Here it's visible. Oh, there is an exception. Ooh. There always is. That's still working. Can the mothership move? Oh, it absolutely can. We're gonna do that very soon. Emre, we have a special drive here. We are very mobile. Yeah, exactly.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Right. Science. We got another 90 and 30 alloy. Yeah, cool. The base has been dismantled although most equipment was damaged, we were able to prepare some reusable materials for extraction. Sweet. But now we have to grab them. Yeah, okay, cool. So now I can rebuild the cargo ship. I had to test it. I was just not sure. The lab generates science points passively, but the main way to earn science points is through exploration. Research new technology requires science and time. Spend the points wisely. Yes. Unlocking science ship upgrades may provide unique options during exploration events. That's something you want to do early. The circles above a technology, these here. How many upgrades are currently available? Cool. Right. Meanwhile, stockpile is not. Oh, there's a road missing. Would you look at that? I can't harvest it. No, they can't. Fast. So we can get the cargo ship in orbit. Okay. They are still collecting science points here. Ah. Okay, so we can set the cargo ship to collect the alloy. And then we're good. Meanwhile, I can check out... Oh yeah, we don't have more storage for the alloy. Now, let's see. I'm gonna build another stockpile there. "15 people can be healed in the infirmary." I could theoretically shut it off now, but that's not doing much for us, I think. Right. Now the tech lab is a bit of a big building. It's quite the commitment to put it somewhere, so I've considered putting it here. If I put a road in between, we've got 4 spaces left. Most things need... let's see, that's exactly 4, so I could put 2 more stockpiles here. I think like this. And have the tag lab here. Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna cancel this because I don't really want it now. Not sure how to connect it yet. Oh, lots of stuff. But we don't have research yet. We need to build the lab first. . But now it's being built with a whole lot of materials. It's cool how you see the progress in fast forward. I like that. Now they're building it, which is gonna take a second. Science ship's done, right? A probe launcher. Ooh. I can fly to Earth. Oh, I can probably also take that out. The UN has established a facility on Mars. Its crew are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply system. They have submitted an official request to Dolos for aid. So let's send the science ship to Mars. And then afterwards to Saturn, I think. Now I'm gonna go a bit faster until the lab is done. Hey Joss Park, welcome. As far, I mean, I'm playing the tutorial here, right? But as far as I can tell, you dismantle them. You dismantle them. Like if I want to move this, I have to dismantle it. I get the resources back. Which was in the tutorial here somewhere. Buildings. Right, when you dismantle them, you get the alloy and the electronics back. But as far as I know, you cannot just move them. You have to deconstruct and rebuild. But please do correct me. Anyone in chat? Yeah, exactly. You can't move them. You have to deconstruct. Okay, I was correct. Right? Yeah, that's the only way to do it. And it's actually kind of a mechanic if you want to look at it like that. Oh, yeah, this is cool. You see the... Thanks for the follow, I appreciate that. How are you liking Ixion? Are you just starting into it as well? Joss Park? I hope you're enjoying it, because I think it's quite a good game potentially. Not easy, but you know. This ship can collect 30 science per cycle. That's important to know. And you see the crew. That's cool. I like that. There you go. Yeah, survival builders or builders with a twist. Like, did you play Frostpunk? That's also a very good game. If you haven't played that yet after Ixion, it's worth your time. But you probably played it. Cool. I'm not sure how much I will play on stream, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, keep an eye on the chat, on the channel. I haven't decided yet if I want to play this on stream or not. I guess it could be interesting. I'm not sure if you can learn anything from me, but it's appreciated. It's appreciated. So today we're doing a discovery stream. That's something I do mainly on this channel, and then each game gets only 1 hour.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission.
Each game gets only 1 hour to convince us, right? And Ixion has had its hour soon, but it's probably a game I might like to stream when I want to stream something that's not hectic. or fast-paced. Although it's probably very intense.
Dolus's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolo's expert in compartmentalism and medicine.
Oh, he's got coffee.
And a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the Vol engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tycoon's core systems.
Ooh, we arrived at Mars. Dolos. The UN has established a facility on Mars, exactly. So, they want us to help with their fault in the oxygen supply. They have requested aid. They didn't say if it's for free or not. Okay, I can decide if I want to give them... Okay, yeah. Right. If I want to give them help for 10 polymer and 10 alloy and research data. If I understand this correctly, I want this. Yes. Yes. So both ships are en route. Well, one ship is at Mars, one is en route. It's a bit of a stretch because I don't know yet how to get polymer back, but I think that the science points are very, very powerful to have. So the game was subtly, not subtly, but hinting at it.
I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Now let's check the fleet. A ship is on the way. Okay. We cannot just... Oh, it's probably being loaded, right? Yeah, it's being loaded and now it's being sent into space. To Mars. There you go. Now we have the trajectory. Cool. And now we've got another event. And the time's up. Science points are for unlocking new things and upgrading things that you have. And I think they are very valuable to have. My guess is that you get more chances to get carbon, alloy, and so on. And less chances for science points. Although, on the other hand, if you have a lab, it does create science points over time, slowly, but it does it without an extra resources. It only needs power and people. So, you know, there might be times where you cannot take the science points just because you want to, because you need resources that you cannot just create out of thin air. There's a large research tree. I'm going to click on it in a second. Everything requires science, yeah, as much as you can. So, there are reports relating to Bargeville-Klein optimization protocols. They indicate that crew members are being overworked. Although Dolos employment contracts make it clear that a high degree of flexibility is required, the situation is beginning to take its toll. Deploy additional crew members or reduce the number of active workplaces. More people means we need more food. More people means more food. But 85 people isn't exactly a lot. Let's see what the bosses say. Okay, we get 20 people from the Urshanavi. But we have to feed them. Right, and we currently don't have a construction cargo ship. I could build another one just for the task. Oh, probably. Let's click on science. There you go. Science. The science ship. That's only the science ship. Has these upgrades. Ah. The hull. The stockpile. Upgrade stockpile to large. And so on. The insect farm. Makes food. Right? So that's tier 3, tier 4. Now this is base technology, this is tier 1. Okay. This is where you get alloy out of iron. An airlock. Alright, you can build exterior structures with this. A probe launcher seems to be important to get a sense of your surroundings. And the one with the check mark we already have unlocked, but we can further improve upon them over time. Not currently, but over time. So I'd start with the insect farm now because we have extra people on board and food is running out at some time. And after that, I think it would be the probe launcher. But that's it for now. And so it begins. Oops. That's the first look at Ixion. Very good. Very good impression. I was hopeful after we checked out the demo last year, but